Starting today, China is bringing back mandatory COVID tests on all travelers arriving from South Korea. The move is seen as a direct response to Seoul's extension of visa issuance restrictions for visitors from China. Our Choi Min-jung starts us off this morning.
China abolished antivirus measures, including PCR testing for inbound travelers in early January, but there has been a policy U-turn for those arriving from South Korea. Starting Wednesday, all travelers coming from South Korea have to take a PCR test upon arrival. Anyone who tests positive will be isolated or quarantined at home or at a designated facility.
Regrettably, some countries still insist on adopting discriminatory entry restrictions against China. China firmly opposes this and has a reason to take necessary reciprocal measures.
Beijing's latest tit-for-tat move appears to be in retaliation for a decision by Seoul to continue its recently implemented policy to stop issuing visas for Chinese travelers wishing to come to Korea. The South Korean government announced last week that the visa restrictions, which were supposed to last until the end of January, would be extended for another month. However, Seoul has also said the measure could be lifted depending on the virus situation.
We will review whether we can lift the visa restrictions earlier, even before February 28th.
The quarrel between South Korea and China began in January as China decided to suspend its short-term visa services for South Koreans in retaliation for strengthened antivirus measures put in place by Seoul for inbound travelers from China as COVID-19 cases surged there. Although the short-term visa restrictions for South Koreans are still in place, Japan, which had been subject to similar retaliatory measures from China, saw visa issuance resume earlier this week. Seoul's foreign ministry official has reiterated that entry restrictions should never be based on factors other than to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Choi Min-jung, Arirang News.